EA Sports FC is just around the corner and it's supposedly coming with a lot of changes. And we're not just talking about Ultimate Team here. Apparently, EA is going to give equal attention to all game modes, which does also include career mode. And in today's video, we're going to be going through all the leagues that we currently know. But before we do get into the video, if you are still going through Ultimate Team and you want to exploit the times of players being incredibly cheap, then there is no better place than SkyCoach. SkyCoach offers cheap, fast and reliable FIFA 23 coins so that you can spend less time grinding and more time playing with the players that you want to play with or buying packs, whatever it is that you want to do. They don't just sell coins though, they also provide services such as being able to boost you through your weekend league. So if you want to push those higher ranks and brag to all your friends, you could also do that as well. There is a link in the description down below, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 10% discount.
Nice.
Career mode. Career mode really hasn't had that many updates in recent years. Ever since FIFA Ultimate Team really started to take off and be the big money maker, it is said that FIFA pretty much dictated everything. EA didn't really have much of a choice, or at least that's what they're saying right now, and instead FIFA would make all the big decisions where they would allocate resources, which every single year would be Ultimate Team. And this is supposedly the reason why every single year Ultimate Team will get all of these new features and career mode would get customization or very small changes. But that's not the case for EA Sports FC, because the leak suggests we're getting an online career mode. And there's a lot backing this up. Not only is this just a leak for EA Sports FC, but for quite a few years, players have wanted this, players have been talking about this, and it all comes from a job application. EA posted a job a few years ago and it requested assistance with online networking for career mode. It explicitly said that. And players expected this to be added to FIFA 22 or even FIFA 23, but it seems that EA was holding off. They were holding off for releasing it for those game modes, and it does now appear that it's coming for EA Sports FC. And this would ultimately be a great change. The problem that most people find with the likes of career mode is that you are just playing against AI. At some point, it does get boring, but being able to play with other players or even friends, it does bring in greater competition, much higher replayability, which will hopefully bring more longevity to the game, and hopefully in the future it would mean that EA can then look at the data, see what players are playing, what game mode, how long they're playing, and then go and push more updates in future EA Sports FCs for career mode. That's the overall hope. But just by making this one change, everything gets a lot more deeper. It's no longer you just going through the whole process of playing against AI. It is everything just becomes more realistic. More realistic transfers, more realistic gameplay, variety of gameplay, more tournaments, different types of tournaments, different ways in which you could play, maybe having to fit the meta for a different season. Everything just becomes a lot better if it is done correctly. But the thing is, it's not going to work like we know from previous career modes. This is pretty much the same name, but something completely different if we're to listen to the leaks. Because apparently there's no real clubs, you have to create your own. There's limited players running each club, there's a transfer limit for every single transfer window, and it's cutscene training, no longer gameplay training. Which is pretty much all the main features that people know and have learned to love over the years for career mode being completely different. The whole idea between no real clubs comes with two theories. The first theory is that this is actually something to do with the loss of licenses, as EA just don't have as many as what they had before. My argument to this is that they still have pretty much everything that they need to build a successful career mode, so they could have used the licenses if they wish to go and do so. I would say that this is most likely because when you go into a league, when you're playing against other players, you don't want to go and see 5 or 10 man cities within just one league. So creating your own, having your own name, having your own kits, your own badges, whatever it may be, makes sense. And as we're talking about EA here, this also opens up the door for monetization through customization. It wouldn't surprise me if EA did something along the lines of being able to buy customizable packs in terms of you being able to get kits, badges, tifos, you name it. EA over the last couple of years has slowly started to push customization to every single game mode, not just Ultimate Team, but also going into Pro Clubs, Volta, you name it. And they've also started to go and put in season passes for those game modes as well. So it wouldn't be a surprise if EA tried to milk even more money out of the game modes where they're not currently doing so. That is not a leak, that is just my own theory. Just wanted to go and put that out there just in case it does happen, and I said I was able to go and predict the future. But just expanded on this, and yet again reiterating that is just a theory and not any leaks, there's actually nothing backing this. But if EA was to start building more money or getting more money from the other game modes, even though they are milking this to the highest possible degree of having players to buy the game, and then go into like Ultimate Team, which then would have FIFA points, then going into other game modes such as career mode, which would then have paid customization options. They are really taking this to the extreme. Hopefully, if there was a benefit out of them doing this, is that they would pay more attention to this game mode in the future, and hopefully any money that they do make from this game mode would be reinvested back into, you guessed it, this game mode. It would certainly be interesting to see, but there's still also some other issues. For a lot of players that have been going through career mode for the last 5-10 years, they haven't really seen too much of it evolving. And yes, now, finally, some sort of attention, is being put towards career mode to put online, and with that, there needs to be some drastic changes. It will be a complete overhaul. But it still doesn't change the fact that for the last couple of years, it's always felt like it's been years behind. And now suddenly there's this massive step up, which doesn't really suit those which are still playing career mode. What I mean by that is that with EA putting so much attention into Ultimate Team, there have been a lot of people that did have their favorite game mode being Pro Clubs, Volta, career mode, whatever it may be, and then they slowly went over to Ultimate Team because it was getting so much attention. That leaves a very niche audience in the likes of career mode. And now that game mode is going to be drastically different, maybe some would even argue similar to the likes of Ultimate Team. Some do like the idea of having a player career mode, a manager career mode, and just being able to do what they want to do. For a lot of people, they like to go into this and treat it like Football Manager. So they'll stay there on the back end and they'll go and complete the various tasks of what you would need to do as a manager, going through the transfer window, trying to bring in young talent, whatever it may be, and the direction that you want to take it for you to then simulate games. Now, through a lot of the leaks, it does sound like career mode that we currently have is changing to online career mode, which means there won't be the option for a player career, a manager career, and an online career mode. It would just be online. And this is a case of where EA are putting all their eggs in one basket for this. If it doesn't turn out to be good and players prefer the old version, but they just wanted to go and see improvements for what they had before, but EA doing a complete overhaul, well, it becomes another dead game mode. And that's a worry that many people have. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is this something that you're excited for, or do you have those worries like many other people within the community? But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.